You stole the parachutes. I was still in an aeroplane.
The BBC series, I think, is it's reasonably realistic. I think it tells a great yarn. I think they've used some artistic license. I can understand why they've done so to a certain extent. The filming, the scenes, the special effects are superb. Generally, they've got the kit and the equipment absolutely bang on. I think they've had some very good advisors. They've got the means and the wherewithal of those operations down to a T. I think they've done a sterling job on that level. You could argue that the story of the formation of the founding of the SAS in North Africa in 41, 42 needs no elaboration, but I think they're trying to make it more appealing and accessible to a younger audience.
We are L Detachment, 1st Special Air Service Brigade. What's left of us?
Anything, in my view, that can be done to popularise and make relevant and real the sacrifices made by servicemen and women in World War II is a good thing.
How are you enjoying Cairo, Paddy Main?
How do you know my name?
The first successful raid by the SAS was carried out by Blair Paddy Main, the Irishman, and he led his very small team on foot onto an airbase at Tamet, and there they wreaked absolute havoc. 4 DSOs by the end of the war. I just repeat that, 4 distinguished service orders by the end of the war. Arguably the most highly decorated British Army soldier of the war. He also got a Croix de Guerre and a Légion d'honneur from the French, among many other decorations. So this standout warrior, he was a complex, multi-layered individual. He was not the stereotypical psychopath or berserker that some people have tended to make him out to be. Far from it. His men, and they all said this at the time and after the war, they would follow him into hell itself because they believed, because of those aspects, he could get them out again safely.
No one to stand us down.
No one to stand us down.
It proved deeply unpopular with high command. This was not seen as being cricket or what gentlemen British officers should be involved in. These were seen from the very start as piratical desperados, and Stirling and then those men he recruited had to fight tooth and nail even to get their first operation off the ground. You had to have a brilliant imagination to dream up the kind of crazy, unthinkable missions they undertook in the desert. When the SAS went into Iraq in 1991, they actually said amongst themselves, we are doing exactly what the SAS did in North Africa in World War II. We're driving across hundreds of kilometers of Iraqi desert to carry out sabotage operations deep behind the lines. We're using Land Rovers, which are just marginally better than the Willys Jeep used to be. Our weapons are slightly better, but otherwise it's exactly the same. And they look back on that World War II legacy as being golden. They still study it today at Hereford. They still study it today, the methods and technologies used, and especially the mindset.
The SAS is a blank page.